Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome back again, man. I'm back in here again on YouTube. It's good to be back with another one. You know what I'm saying? As promised. Like I said, I promised that I would make, I would be more consistent with uploads here. So here I am again. I appreciate everybody that's listening, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned in and tapped in. Do your best to listen until the end. You know what I'm saying? If you hear this your first time here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, please. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. You know what I mean? And make sure you go ahead and share this with anyone that you know. Share this on your social media pages, and yeah, continue to do that. Again, as the divine has me here to deliver this message, I allow spirit to speak through me. Without filter. You know what I mean? Without a filter. So for those of you who catch the message and it resonates with you, I hope that you take the message and you do something with it. You know what I'm saying? And apply it to your life so that it can improve, any areas of your life which may need so, or may it just serve as insight or confirmation to something that you already felt. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, man, it's good to be back right here on YouTube. Once again, it's God I Seer, man. So what I wanted to talk about, you know what I'm saying, on this one, I'm gonna dive right in. The message that Spirit gave me to talk about today is we're gonna talk about taking the L, right? Just take the L. Okay? Just take the L. So to get into that, so see, some lessons that we have, some things that happen in our lives are beyond our control. You know what I'm saying? Humans have a tendency to want to control shit, to want to control everything. You know. Um, Let me say peace to my ancestors too for coming through with me on this one. You know what I'm saying? And to the ascended masters that assist me with this message, I'm giving gratitude to you. Continue to speak through me. I continue to be a vessel as I continue to, deliver these messages, however they may come through me. You know what I'm saying? So again, I had to say that. But anyway, yes, as humans, we have the tendency to want to control the outcome of everything. So what we gonna talk? We talking about taking the L. Sometimes you just gotta take the fucking L because everything is not gonna be within your grasp to control that situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. So as far as even just far as myself, even there are situations where I've, because I have people that I help and I assist people in any way that I can. I'm here to be a service to others who are serious about transformation and shifting their vibrational frequency to a certain level, ascending. You know what I'm saying? Expanding their consciousness and expanding their lives, on a spiritual level. You know what I'm saying? Taking you to higher realms that's my goal. That's my goal, to unlock higher realms, or that's my mission rather. I'm not gonna say that's a goal. So that's kind of what I do. That is what I do. So just using myself as an example, there's been instances where I've had people that came to me and asked for help. They asked for assistance. You know what I'm saying? But and this doesn't happen all the time. This has happened before, like where someone will ask for assistance, and when you give them the assistance, they don't want to accept what you're telling them, mainly because they just can't accept it. Their mind is not ready to accept what they're being told, what spirit is trying to tell them yet. So they challenge it, or they try to reject it. No one's here to force anything down your throat. No one is going to force anything down your throat, because if you're not ready to that's up to you. If you're ready to digest it, if you're not ready to digest it yet, no one is going to try to force it down your throat, because you can't even digest it yet. So that right there alone should tell you something about yourself. If you're not ready to digest certain information, you have to be able to process the information in order for you to be able to take the L in the situation, which is the lesson. How are you going to learn the lesson if you don't even know how to discern? So what I mean is, I'm saying people, instead of taking accountability, instead of actually being quiet for a moment and looking deep within themselves, they will actually try to counterattack what you're saying. Like, they will try to attack the person helping them, the person who's assisting them. Out of all the people that you could attack, you want to attack the one who's helping you. And that's never a good idea. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good idea at all for you. You should not do that, because then you're going to have to repeat the lesson. You might as well just take the L. Just take the L. Some shit you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So if you go to someone for assistance, that means you went to them for a reason. Because if you fucking knew, you wouldn't have had to come to that person. You wouldn't have had to come. So be open to receiving the lesson, receiving the message. And from there, you can use your own discernment on whether or not it resonates. But when you know something is resonating, but you continue to try to fight it, you know what I'm saying, out of pride and ego, you're doing yourself a disservice. You know what I'm saying? You want to feel prideful. You want to feel like you know some shit that you don't know. You know, if something is foreign to you, meaning you have not yet encountered a situation before in your life, that means it's time for you to be quiet and let experience teach you. Because right now, experience is about to be your teacher. That's the best teacher. You know what I'm saying? And so, when experience is teaching you, though, you have to learn how to take the L. So don't walk around trying to say that, oh, well, man, you know what? Fuck them. All these, all niggas is like this or they like that. Like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? No, that's your experience. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to change your vibrational frequency and you will attract something that's on that frequency. You can't possibly think that you have it all figured out. If something in your life or your situation is not going in the direction that you want it to go, you have to know that there's a lesson being taught to you. You just not catching the lesson. You keep repeating the same patterns because there's a lesson that you're not learning. Take the L. Stop trying to feel like you got it all figured out. You're afraid to admit that you lost. You know what I'm saying? And when I say lost, I don't mean lost as in you lost, like it's a fight or a battle. But what I mean is that you lost something that you had. Something that you had or you thought you had, you lost it. But it's never really a loss because you lose one thing to gain another. But because you won't let it go, your ego keeps wanting to hold on to that shit. Like, I lost my fucking house. I lost my job, man. You know what I'm saying? Or I lost my spouse. I lost my husband. I lost my guy. I lost my wife. What did you really lose? What did you really lose in the situation? Because 9 times out of 10, spirit was removing something out of your situation to teach you a lesson, or they was removing you and isolating you in order to teach you some things about yourself. Every time someone comes into your life, they come into your life to teach you a lesson. Now you can spend the next year, 5 years, 10 years of your life being bitter about it, being bitter about all of those experiences that you had, the last experience that you had. Or you can sit down and put your pride to the side, quiet the mind, be receptive to spirit, and actually receive the lesson. You have to catch on to the lesson in order for the shit to stop repeating itself. Once you figure the lesson out, then this is when you decipher, okay, now what am I going to do to change this pattern from reoccurring in my life? Take the L. Don't try to stand in there and fight it. Don't try to go head to head with spirit. Don't try to go toe to toe with something greater than you. You're fighting a losing battle. Your arms are way too short. You know what I'm saying? This is infinite intelligence. This is infinite energy. We're talking about the nothingness, the void, which is vast. We're talking about dark matter energy here that you keep swinging at. You're trying to fight something that you can't even see. You feel me? When spirit moves or talks to a person, which spirit speaks through all of us. A person might show up and they might teach you a lesson, teach you something verbally or through their actions. But when spirit is trying to speak through you, don't try to target the person. You know what I'm saying? It's not the person. Listen, everything that comes into our lives, people come into our lives to reflect those parts or those aspects on ourselves that we need to work on. So everything is an experience. If you have any type of regrets or anything like that with decisions that you made, then you're going to forever be holding on to resentment. You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking full accountability and figuring out that what actually came into your life at that time was meant to be a lesson. So take the L. Stop fighting. Stop playing. Take the L. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard for you. I know it gets hard to take the L. You know, you got too much pride. You won't let your pride, you won't just put your pride to the side for a minute and say, you know what? Put that shit to the fucking side. You won't do that. You just fucking can't. Something about you just can't do it. You're a prideful person. You're a prideful individual. You can't take the L. You can't take the fact that you lost that job. Like, you can't take the fact that you lost that car that you was in all the time. You can't take the fact that, you things got difficult and you had to get rid of it, or you just lost it. Or that job that you got, you lost it, or that relationship, that spouse, that partner, you lost them. It left you. They left you. But you so prideful that, oh no, fuck that. Nobody can leave me. Nobody does me like this. I'm God. Nobody can do this to me. Nobody can do this to me. I know who I am. I'm this, I'm that. I'm this, I'm everything. I know, I'm this. Like, I'm popping. Nobody can do this. Look, you better humble yourself. Because it's a difference between knowing thyself. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between knowing thyself internally than just being prideful and egotistical until something comes and shows you. Something else comes and shows you and humbles you. You know what I'm saying? For every ego that you have, there's an ego bigger than yours. So sit the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Sit your ass down. Turn off your distractions and let that shit go and take the fucking L. Just take the L. You're not going to win something you're not going to win a fight when you can't even touch, you can't even see or reach for an opponent. You're reaching for an opponent. You want to fight the situation. You don't want to look at the fact that there's a lesson in that situation. You want to fight the situation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you go to a therapist and a therapist is trying to tell you things that's going on that you need to fix, you want to fight the fucking therapist. You don't even want to look within yourself. You want to fight the damn therapist. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't pay your fucking light bill and they cut your lights off, you want to go up there to the power company and want to fight the people up there at the power company for cutting your lights off. You want to attack them. It's never you. If you let a fucked up baby daddy impregnate you, you know what I'm saying? He's the fucking blame. Not you. Not the fact that you laid on your back and let who you consider to be all of these things put his seed inside of you. You're not doing that. You're not understanding that the divine is trying to teach you a lesson here on how to choose, teaching you a lesson about yourself, about the way that about your own vibration, your own energy, and how you are attracting the same things due to the fact that you have not grown spiritually. You're not learning that aspect. You're going to blame the person. As a man, you're not blame, if you had, your baby's mother, if she's this fucked up person, well, we knew she was fucked up when you met her. You know what I'm saying? You knew. Stop playing. You knew. So when she do some fucked up shit, you can't get mad at nobody. You can't get mad at no one else but you. You know? Now you gotta love her regardless. She got your child. You don't gotta like her. You know what I'm saying? Because when you let me explain something. When you truly vibrate at that frequency of self-love, then you have a love for, there is no hate in you whatsoever. You don't have to like shit. You don't have to like a person. I'm not telling you gotta like a motherfucker, because you don't. You know, but I'm telling you that when you vibrate at the frequency of love, there's nothing outside of you that will make you display hate to another person. You can be angry. You have that right, because that's energy, that's emotion. But you don't have to be hateful toward another person. And what you should do is look inward. You knew who he or she was. You knew what was going on. You knew how they were when you got involved with that person. Take the fucking L. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out and say everyone else is like that. Everyone is like the person that you are accustomed to dealing with. That's just been your experience, you know? And your frequency is what is drawing that to you. You think that you've elevated, but I'm going to tell you how you know you haven't. Take a good look. Take a good fucking look, you know, at the relationships or at the partnerships that you attract. They'll begin to change as you change. And then sometimes, every once in a while, the universe will slip one person in there that is on a higher frequency than you to show you something. But once again, if you let that ego get in the way, you will miss that. Or it may be years later before you actually catch on what the lesson is. But whatever it is, take the L. You know what I'm saying? Take the L. So that's what we're talking about, you know? If you have a situation going on and, you know, you keep meeting challenge after challenge in a certain aspect of your life, or whatever the case may be, then that means there's something that you have to do differently. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to fight it. You know, stop trying to fight it and feel like you got to be, man, I got this shit. You know, fuck that. You know, I ain't letting, you know, man. Nah. Just take the L. Take the L. You know what I'm saying? To be undefeated is to know when you are defeated. To be undefeated is to know when you are defeated. And defeat is not really something that, when I say defeated, I don't really mean you're defeated in the terms of you're over, you're ended. No, because there's a beginning and every end. You have to learn how to surrender that shit. You know, you have to learn how to take the L. You have to learn how to let shit go. You know? Or just shut up and listen. Be quiet. Be silent. Do the work. You know? Do the work. Just take the L. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I know to anyone that's listening to this, that's a star seed. You know, to my righteous ones out here, to my vessels out here, my gifted ones out here. You know, I know that you all, you know, we come to help others. Like that's our mission in some way, of some shape, form, or another. We assist others with raising their frequency and shifting their consciousness. That's what we do. You know. But to those of you who are star seeds, whether you inspire people through your words, your music, whatever it is that you do, whatever you do in any way, you know, sometimes I know you can feel that no matter how much you assist people, you know what I'm saying, you have people that would rather try to come up against you instead of trying to help themselves. Like, they don't understand that you are a light, that you came here to do something. You know, you came here to assist them, you know, but you don't have to. You don't owe nobody shit, you know. So keep that in mind. Because some people, you know, they'll try to, you know, engage in conflict with you, not knowing that you are a chosen seed, not knowing that they're fighting a losing battle every time they try. So, you know, maybe they should learn how to take the L. You know what I'm saying? Take the L. Because if you feel like you have to do that, then that's still a lesson that you need to learn. So when we talking about take the L tonight, we talking about take the lesson. Take that as a lesson. Everything is a lesson, you know? And there's a lesson in every blessing. So yeah, man. What are you going to do differently? What are you going to do differently? First of all, how can you even see when there's a lesson being explained to you, you know what I'm saying? When you have constant interaction with people all day long and you don't take out any time to be silent, how are you going to know the lesson? You know what I'm saying? You're running from your shadow self is what you're doing. You don't want to go inside. You want to keep on going outward to find the solution. You know, you want to keep going outward to find the solution. It's not going to be found there. You know what I mean? You're not going to find it there. Stop trying. You know, there's a lesson. We all should be focusing on our own lessons. You dig? So that's what it is. You know, stop projecting your energy outwardly to other people. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to project your shortcomings onto others for shit that you lack inside, you know, and trying to apply it to everyone else. Stop trying to, you know, search for the answers outside. Stop trying to be so fucking analytical and, you know, stop trying to be so fucking, you know, meticulous about shit and face the facts and the reality and go within and come to the grips that you are your own biggest fucking enemy. You fighting all that other shit, you really fighting with yourself. So why are you still swinging and punching at the air? When you get done doing all that shit, you turn around, face yourself, all of those traumas that's inside of you, they still gonna be right there waiting on you when you ready to face them. When you ready to figure out what's going on, when you ready to take the fucking L. Take the L. Just take the L. You know what I'm saying? Take the L. Cause when you go against God consciousness, you're barking up the wrong tree. You know what I'm saying? When you try to go up against God consciousness, you're barking up the wrong tree. You know? You can't take your little human concept that you try to apply to your everyday human shit and try to go up against what spirit has ordained to show you. That shit ain't gonna work. See, you still trying to fight shit. You already lost anyway when you try to take your human mind and go into spiritual warfare with a human mindset. You already lost that battle. Take the L. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn something. Stop trying to be right all the time and thinking that you're gonna have everything figured out overnight. You not. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's okay to take advice from others who's been where we are, who's already been through it. Sometimes it's okay to look at something that happened as a lesson and not look at it as something that just happened to you. It's okay to do that. That's what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? So take the L, you know? Once again, man, get the shadow work done. Go within, as always. You know, I just had to come and drop that message real quick. I'll be back with another one real soon. I'm coming right back. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming right back with another one. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for the next one. Hopefully that y'all got this message. Hopefully it resonated with you. Be sure to share this on your social media. Share it with everybody that you know. Hit the like button. Make sure you like this video if you're watching it. And oh yeah, man, I want to hear what y'all think about this shit. So make sure you go comment up under this video. You know what I'm saying? If some of this resonated with you or if it didn't, like, you know, let's open up some discussion. You feel me? So once again, man, I can be reached, you know what I'm saying, for consultations, you know what I'm saying, and for any type of assistance that I offer. If you need my help in any way, again, that email, I can be reached by email at info@thehouseofancestors.com. Once again, it's info@thehouseofancestors.com. You can follow the business page at The House of Ancestors on Instagram. We are on Facebook too, but you know, you can follow us on social media at The House of Ancestors, man, and make sure y'all show some love and support. I appreciate you for listening. I'm always here as a vessel. Hopefully that this message, you know, resonated with you in some shape, form, or fashion. And I'll be back with another one. It's God I Seer signing off. Peace.